guys ready for Tank?
No.
Oscar.
Tank is a beast.
Oscar.
Now I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of funny because Ryan had the opportunity. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm actually a Ryan Garcia fan, but I don't like the stuff that they're doing with him or he's doing to himself. This is actually one of my old videos right here, and this was around the time when Mike Tyson was starting to talk about coming back and whatnot, and man, Tank went after, Ryan went after Tank mercilessly on social media trying to get that fight. Doing little sketches and whatnot. He took it to a whole nother level, talking about fat Tank and whatnot, and he said having nightmares in his dream about Ryan Garcia's left hook. I ain't gonna front, it was funny as I don't know what, it really was. But my point is, he stalked Tank. I haven't seen anything like that, the way he stalked Tank. Like, almost like Ali, he took it back to the old school when Muhammad Ali basically was just showing up wherever a fighter would go until they just gave in and said, you know what, I'm going to fight you. And then he still pursued him, playing mind games with him and whatnot. So he been on Tank's radar. But Oscar and Golden Boy, they were the ones, the clip you saw earlier, heard earlier, they were the ones that said, oh no, we don't want to have nothing to do with that. He's not ready. Now, after all of that happened earlier this year, that fight was brought to the table. They were sitting down in negotiations. It was supposed to happen. It was going to happen. Think back earlier this year. Remember how he called Tank out and was on the Mike Tyson show where he said, I'm going to do the Machado or whatever it is and all of that. They got Tank on the phone.
This nigga talking mad shit.
Remember that?
Look at this nigga.
2 rounds, baby. 2 rounds. 2 rounds. I don't care. You're on pause. 2 rounds. 2 rounds. You're going to sleep. 2 rounds. Hey, it's not gonna hurt. I promise you, it's not gonna hurt. I don't care what you got. Yeah, all that. You better open up. You're gonna need a ladder to hit me. How tall are you? You 5'5". You don't need a ladder to hit me. You're gonna need a Stairmaster. Boy, you won't be able to touch me. You ain't never fought a 135 in your life. Just different. I don't care what you say. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Boy, I don't care. You too ugly to be champ. I'm fucking champ. And that's from Muhammad Ali. Boy, I'm pretty. You ain't never seen nothing like me. I promise you.
So, and he brushed it off for a pipe dream that wasn't going to happen. Everybody said, the Pacquiao fight ain't happening. What is he doing? It almost looked like he just changed his mind and said, you know what? We're going to fight Manny Pacquiao. A guy that ain't even in your weight division. So, they was in negotiations. Now, I understand people are a little alarmed at what Floyd said. I think that was more tongue-in-cheek. If the right opportunity comes along and the right amount of money, they'll put Tank in there with somebody else outside of Mayweather Promotions / PBC, Fox, Showtime, whatever. It'll happen. It will happen, but it got to be for the right amount of money. They're not playing checkers over there. But this is a huge fight. If they can get Ryan Garcia in the ring with Tank, that would be a huge fight. Whatever that Barrios fight did, it would do even better. Even better. They know that. But they're not going to let nobody keep jerking their chain either. The man was in negotiations with them and brushed it off for what? Look, everybody, when that Pacquiao thing came up, they figured at best he was talking about an exhibition. Remember? That was the tone everybody had about it. He's going to fight Pacquiao with an exhibition? Because no way he's talking about an actual fight. Then he said he was going to move up to 147 to do it. So, it got really weird. Really weird. But would they be willing to get that fight, back on track to happen? Yeah. But see, now here's the problem. I don't think they're going to put him in the ring with Tank his first fight back. Not like he's been out forever, but that's not happening. It's not. Not right now. Now, I don't know who they got Mayweather Promotions got on their radar as far as Tank goes. But I don't see Oscar putting him in the ring with Tank his first fight back. I don't. That to me, that would almost be silly, in my opinion. He just took time off. It wasn't a ton of time, but he did take time off to get his head clear. Put him in there with somebody else, and figure out is he really mentally healthy? See if he's really mentally clear-headed and whatnot. Then try to make the Tank Davis fight at the end of the summer. To me, that would make more sense. But now, it's no surprise that you got people coming at Tank out of the woodwork. He just came off a big, humongous win. It's almost like the Canelo Alvarez effect. You know, you just had a huge win. People are going to start circling and trying to get at you. Tank, for the little division, the under 147, he's actually, and I know a lot of people go get mad at this, but he's kind of the Canelo Alvarez of the division. Some of the moves that Canelo made was a little questionable too, as far as which direction they went in, as far as who they want to fight. And I'm not saying he has Canelo's resume, so stop it before you even try to go in the comment section. But what I am saying is, Tank is the draw. As great as Lomachenko is, and he's great, he's not the draw that Tank is. And we might see that Tank Davis-Lomachenko fight a lot faster than what people think. But did I think Tank should have fought Lomachenko 3 or 4 years ago? No, I did not. I thought they did the right thing for Tank by holding him back. Tank wanted to fight him though, but I thought they did the right thing. Let Tank get more seasoning on him. Now, I think the time is right. And for anybody that try to say, well, Lomachenko done got old, he didn't look like an old man against Nakatani, did he? So I think that's a hell of a fight to make. But you have others. You have others. You got Teofimo Lopez. You know, they're claiming that they're holding Tank back from making that fight. That's not the problem. The reason why that fighter have issues being made, and it ain't just the whole Bob Arum thing, it's going to be the fact that Teofimo Lopez feels like he the A-side. And I get it. I understand why he feels that way. He has those titles. You know, if you want to say he's undisputed, I get it. If you don't believe he's undisputed, I get it. But either way, he has the majority of the belts. So he has every right to feel like he's the man of the division. But far as who's the biggest drawing power, who's the biggest star at that, you know, below 147, who's the one that's putting butts in seats, who's the one that's more entertaining. And Teofimo, to me, is just as entertaining as Tank. Well, close. Not quite, but close. But he's not the draw that Tank is yet. It just didn't materialize yet. So that's going to be the problem right there. Tank is going to require to be the A-side. Teofimo is going to require to be the A-side. And there lies the problem. Now, Leonard Ellerbe and Steven Espinosa have been real busy over the last 11 to 12 hours. Both of them taking to social media and swatting down some of these comments that people have been making about Tank. Even the whole Lomachenko thing. Like Steven Espinosa said, Tank stopped Pedraza well before Pedraza gave Lomachenko arguably his toughest fight. I mean, and I just spoke on the whole Teofimo Lopez thing. I mean, you see it on the screen. That's who he's talking about right there. But that's going to be the problem. If that fight don't happen at 135, that'll be the reason why. Because it's going to be a bunch of bickering over who's the A-side, who's supposed to get the money. But Teofimo Lopez, you know, matter of fact, it just came in recently. They just pushed back his fight again. So, I mean, a lot of people believe that's because of money, poor ticket sales. Some people say or believe that it has nothing to do with Teofimo Lopez's health. But that's something we'll have to find out in the future. But at the end of the day, right now, all eyes are on Tank Davis. He has the smaller divisions basically right where he want him. He can move to 130, 135, 140, and fight whoever he wants. He has the pick of the litter. Even though Mayweather said they're going to stick to PBC fighters, I don't believe that. I don't think they have enough options to do that unless you go put him in there with Rolly Romero, which that is an option. He is the WBA interim champ. You know, Tank is the regular champ. But and something else people got to understand, they keep saying Tank only holds the WBA regular belts. No, actually he does have a super title. It's at 130. So he does have one super. I mean, if you want to say the WBA's regular titles aren't official, well, he does have a super title at 130. But the dude right now, he's the man below 147, whether people like it or not. He is the man. And until somebody go in there and shut him down, stop him, get a decision over him, whatever, he's going to continue to be the man. And that's pretty much all I got this here Bustin' Boxing's on Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know who would you like to see Tank get in the ring with. Devin Haney would be a great option. Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko. I mean, a lot of people are pushing for the Josh Taylor fight. You know, I don't see it happening. And to be honest with you, I don't see Tank as a real 140-pounder. Regis Progress. I mean, don't get me wrong. Him and Progress would be interesting. Josh Taylor might just be a little too big. Maybe. I don't know. But if they feel like if Mayweather Promotions put him in the ring with him, maybe they wouldn't think so. But I think Taylor's really a welterweight. He really is. That dude's pretty big. So is Jose Ramirez. But I think Progress, that would be interesting. But that's pretty much all I got this here Bustin' Boxing on Fight Doctor. I am out.